Hey, this is Craig. Reviews for you. Honest reviews just for you, the whole entire Star Wars community. Today we're going to be talking about what if. Today's what if. Episode 9. We've seen Mark Hamill at least a month ago. He said he's through with Star Wars. He's done with it. It's not his Star Wars anymore. Without Han Solo, without Carrie Fisher, it's just not the same. And I think most of that goes around the whole Rian Johnson experience. I mean, hell, even Carrie Fisher said he's an asshole. I mean, honestly, I'll put that clip in here.
Tell me a little bit about working with Rian.
He's an asshole. I know you've heard good things about him, but he's very tough.
If there's no Mark Hamill to come back as Force Ghost or flashback scenes or anything else, what's this going to mean for episode 9? I want to hear your thoughts on that. Now, recently there's been a few tweets. I follow Mark Hamill on Twitter, and he's been tweeting a few things, and he has been known to play around with the fans before. It could be one of these things where they have him locked down into a contract for the complete trilogy, or it could be because I know that he was going on these talk shows and he was it's up to the fans, let the fans know that you don't want to see me in episode 9. I don't know if they've done anything different or anything else. I mean, I'm not getting any information on Mark at all, but I want to hear your thoughts. I mean, what's it going to be without Luke Skywalker? I don't think Rey is a strong enough character to carry a movie. I don't think Adam Driver as Kylo Ren is a good enough villain. Hopefully they'll change that. He's always come off as just a whiny little spoiled child. Actually, you know what he comes off as? He comes off as a damn millennial. That's what he comes off. He comes off as one of these millennial kids, and it's really irritating. I mean, it really is. He's got so much potential with that character, and I'll be honest with you, from The Force Awakens to The Last Jedi, his character development was slower, but it got better. But we're going to see him as the supreme leader of the bumbling idiots of the galaxy. So let's hope let's hope JJ strengthens him up, makes him a force to be reckoned with, and doesn't make him look like an idiot. Now, with that being said, it's going to be really hard, and it's going to be in the minds of everybody that watched The Last Jedi when they watch episode 9. So hopefully within the first 10-15 minutes of the movie, JJ can change our minds about the way Star Wars is heading. Being a Star Wars fan, and with you being a Star Wars fan, it's up to us. This is why I'm trying to open up a dialogue. Whether you like The Last Jedi, whether you didn't like The Last Jedi. I mean, people have personal tastes. I don't like a Mazda Miata. You might drive one. I personally think it's a clown car for, middle-aged women. You might think it's a sports car for a 16-year-old teenager. But, it's two different opinions, but it doesn't mean I don't dislike the person that drives it. Same thing here. I may not agree with The Last Jedi. I may think that The Force Awakens was Star Wars-ish. But I don't know. I don't know. I've been rummaging through these emails, and I don't know. It's There's a lot of things that I don't like in them. There are some things that I do like in them, like the return of, or actually the actual telling of the story, like JJ wanted to do in the second act, episode 8. Wanted to get more into the Knights of Ren. Now, I can speculate they're going to be trying to find all the Force sensitives and take them down. But, I mean, really, it's like beating up on a handicapped kid in a wheelchair. I mean, just because he's Force sensitive or she's a Force sensitive, I mean, they know little about the Force. Unless they're Mary Sue's. They could be Mary Sue's, I don't know. They like that Mary Sue deal. They don't like to go, you know, through years and years and years of training. So really, that whole aspect there. I mean, I want to see the Knights of Ren. I want to see them being, you know, badass. I think that would add to episode 9. I know JJ wanted to do that in episode 8, expand more on the Knights of Ren, and you saw Rian Johnson just, you know, throw that whole damn concept away. I mean, there wasn't a mention of it. Nothing. We can also see in The Force Awakens, whenever Rey has her, well, delusion. I wouldn't call it a delusion. When she grabs Luke's old lightsaber, and she starts seeing all these images and everything else. So, you know, maybe that image of the Knights of Ren is a flash forward. Could be a flash forward. I've asked a ton of specific questions, and I don't know. I'm not getting a specific answer back. And I don't know if that's because it's just not completely locked in yet. They're still doing rewrites. They're still doing this. They're still doing that, which I'm pretty sure there's going to be rewrites. Even through the movie making process, there's going to be rewrites. There always is. Now, Solo's coming out on May 25th. Did a spoiler video. My last video was a spoiler video on the Solo, so if you want to see the spoilers, go back and watch that video there. Concerning that spoiler video, that's just disappointing. I mean, that's just I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Now, with that being said, May 25th, Solo opens up. Deadpool also comes out. I'm gonna go watch Deadpool. I'm not boycotting Solo. I am not boycotting Star Wars. I am not buying any of their toys. I'm not buying any of their collectibles. But it's definitely not a boycott. It's just, there's been a lot of negativity just surrounding the whole thing. I don't like the way they're running it, and I don't like the direction Star Wars is going. I'll be glad when I can get some more information on episode 9 that's actually more firm as far as storyline goes. I mean, I know quite a bit, but it's not the whole story, and some of it, like I said, I just really don't like. But what are your thoughts? I mean, I'd really like to see Mark Hamill in episode 9, and I would like to see him as the actual character of Luke Skywalker, not Jake Skywalker from The Last Jedi. I don't think JJ would do that to him, because he knows that Luke Skywalker is one of the biggest characters in Star Wars. It was just really upsetting the way The Last Jedi just pissed all over the character of Luke Skywalker. And you can see, you know, Mark didn't even know that they killed him off until the premiere of the movie. I mean, and that was heartbreaking just to see his face. So I want to know your thoughts on it. Let's have a discussion about it. You know, is it Star Wars without Luke Skywalker? You know, this trilogy. I'm not talking about the rest of them. I'm talking about this trilogy. In George Lucas's version, it was supposed to be a handing over of the torch, you know, from from Luke to Rey, and we never really got that portion of it. And if you're a wrestling fan, it's the same as when Andre the Giant handed over the torch to Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. It's that type of deal that it's just something to make it happen. And hopefully, and Mark's tweets have gotten kind of weird here lately, he might be hinting around that he's actually in there. I have not heard of any storyboard that shows Mark Hamill or Luke Skywalker. I've sent that email repeatedly, and I can get no confirmation on that at all. So whether they're just really being hush-hush about it, the way they did the Vader being Luke's father in Empire Strikes Back. Nobody knew about that until the scene was shot. So I don't know. Now, like I said before, he's been known to play around with his fans a little bit, and I've talked with him a few times at a few cons, and he's a really funny guy, really passionate about Star Wars, and he has the same passion that we have. If we didn't have this passion for Star Wars, we wouldn't be making these videos, we wouldn't be having these discussions, and we wouldn't be trying to steer the Lucasfilm ship back in the correct direction. The direction they're taking it right now is going to be the direction of the damn Titanic, and then what are we going to be in? What are we going to be left with? I mean, honestly, we're going to be left with you might as well say, Sci-Fi Channel version of Star Wars. Yeah. Star Wars NATO is what we're going to have. Star Wars NATO. That's what we're going to have. I don't want that for Star Wars. I don't mind introducing new characters. I actually want new characters, but I would like for them to go back and visit, when the Jedi and the Sith were battling. I'd like to go back and visit that part of the universe, which is that's well in advance of Episode 1. I think that would be a great place to go. We're looking at a little small part of the galaxy. I mean, it's you know how big the galaxy is. It's enormous. So, new characters, new storylines, but good storylines. The whole Kathleen Kennedy came out and said that she specifically wanted in the Solo, and this is a spoiler if you don't want to know. You can go ahead and click off now. She specifically said she wanted Enfys Nest to be a 16-year-old girl. In a violent movie with guns and everything else and all this other stuff, which, I was shooting guns when I was, 6. So, but, in this ultra-violent scenes and all this other stuff, she's a 16-year-old girl. What do you think about that? Put your comments down below. I really honestly want to know what you think. I'm giving you my points of view and the way I see it, and what I like and what I don't like. You're more than welcome to disagree, agree, throw out your own vision of what you would like to see. The direction you would like to see Star Wars go. Have a conversation about it. Maybe we can get one of these videos to hit somebody at Disney, that says, hey, we're gonna have to start listening. If we don't listen, we're gonna fail. We already know, and I came back and in one of my videos I gave the wrong numbers. All right, so The Last Jedi made $1.3 billion. Okay, $1.3 billion. All right, Avengers has already passed that, and they're just now in the foreign market. Of that 1.3 billion, they made 600 million domestically, 700 million internationally. But once you condense everything down with ticket sales and everything else, and the money that has to be, see the film money, advertisement, what the actual movie theaters get out of it, and everything else, it runs to be around $233 million profit. For a Star Wars movie, $233 million in profit is nothing when you paid $4.3 billion for the Star Wars brand. At $233 million, how long is it going to take you to recoup $4.3 billion? That's going to be having interest added onto it. How long is it going to take you to recoup that money back? You have to make at least $670 or $680 million in order to just make the payment. And we're going off a 10-year period here. So, is The Last Jedi a flop? Making $233 million? Yeah, that's a flop. I mean, I really would. I mean, granted, that's 233, in the black, but it's still a flop. So let me know your opinion on that too. I've already done the math. It's just one of my things, what I do. So let me know your opinion. Like, subscribe. I'll be coming out with a new video, I think tonight. The other one should be done editing. The other one tonight, and it's going to be talking more about the whole Solo thing coming up. But as far as a boycott, I'm not suggesting anybody boycott anything. I'm just not going to go see it. I'm going to give my money to Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds funny as hell. I'm going to be making a video about that because Disney's trying to buy them. Disney's made an offer, and there's a little twist coming up because we don't want Disney to get a hold of Deadpool. Jesus Christ. You can't kill everything at one time. If you kill every good movie franchise at one time, we have nothing left to watch except for crap like The Notebook. No, I'm good. I'll sit at home and I'll Netflix crap all day long. I'll binge watch on Netflix. So I wouldn't go see anything like that at the movie theater. And I'm really, all these little cartoons coming out. It seems like it's all we get anymore. So, anyway, like, share, subscribe. This is Craig. Brutally honest reviews for you. Brutally honest opinions. We'll see y'all next time.